Hello, everyone, and welcome to step number 8. Step number 8 is going to be a little bit longer one, but it's also an extremely important one. Here's where we're going to go over the options. So once we get going on the options, you will see how by the end of that you will be able to have your first website up and running. All right, so let's go over here into options. Click on that. It's a drop down. Let's go with the first one. I'm just going to go over each and every one and explain them. All right, so we go to owner. This is you. You're the owner. Now, if you actually were a reseller, actually had multiple people underneath you that you're building sites for, this is where they would fall in here, and you would have their email address, and you can now just simply have them as the owner, and then now they have the site. Real easy. Okay, let's go next one. Name, domain, and SSL. All right, let me exit out of this one. Okay, so see my site right there. That's the site name. That's just for your own purposes to recognize what site it is. That's all. All right, we have tutorials on CNAMing. You click that little question mark right there, and it'll take you to the CNAME tutorial. So you can name it. Site domain, which is right there. This is the site default URL. You can use it for giving the site a custom domain. Enter it as the destination or points to domain for the CNAME you will create. And then you would put the site custom domain right in here. Enter the full domain you want to use for the site. Example, www.mydomain.com. That would go in there. Again, we do have a separate CNAME tutorial. Now, if you do need an SSL for this, you will more often than not want to have an SSL, which is basically a secure website. Now, we do offer that service. If you want that service, just contact us, or just simply you'll get to a spot where you can just buy your SSL certificate through us, and we'll install it. And we're pretty darn cheap for that too as well. Okay, so that's basically the domain name right there. All the information that is needed for whoever you are get your domains from. Okay, next one, the header. Has some pretty cool features and functions in the header. All right, so you can see we can have, you can completely hide the header, the navigation bar, and heading in all your pages if you wanted to. You could have it fixed at the top, not fixed at the top. You could have it transparent. You can just scroll on or off. So every time you just do something, just see the way that you like it. On your mobile phone, on your desktop, just see what you prefer. See what your customers prefer. In the end, it's up to a paying customer, or it's simply just up to you. So you just decide what you want to do. That's it. So we're talking about right up in here. This is what we're editing, is right up in this portion right here. This little guy here. Fix at the top. Save. Alrighty. You see how it's fixed at the top now? Let's show it with transparent on scroll. See? Slight differences. All right. Here's where you would have a new header image. That's an image that's up in here. It's an image that's actually, when you pull on a website, that's the favicon, what'll be there. So you put what you want in here. You just drag it across, put it in, or you simply browse files, and that's it. Very simple. So let me go ahead and do this one. Let's get out of this. And dropping that in, upload it. Done. Save. Let's do it on this one over here too. Upload. Extremely fast upload speeds. Okay, and there we go there. So we've changed that. You can reappear on scrolling. Save an update there. Again, just small little ways that you just get to customize your websites, the sites, the pages that you do. All right. So here, if you have some coding experience, that would be more of our advanced training. You can put some coding right in here. All right, here you can manage the header navigation menu and add custom button links. So if I wanted to add a search form, I can do that here. Now if I wanted to manually manage the header, so what this means is now I can manually manage the header. I can hide pages. So I can just have that one. See, we have text and images in Ninja. Oh, when you're going to see over here, when I actually refresh this page, actually just let me do this. Let me view this site because we are working on a different one. All right, so viewing this site. Let's go over to the bigger view. Okay, so to go backwards, I get to show all or hide the pages. So now if I want the text, images, and pages to show, and the Tweet Ninja not to show, saving that. We're in here. Now the page will still be there. And you can have a redirect link, which I'll show you here in a minute. So the page is still there. It's just being hidden. So you see how it's now gone? So that's you manually controlling the header. Okay, so you see that right there. Now if I wanted to have both of these clicked, I just simply hold the control button and I now click. That's it. So control, and that's what you do. And then I can turn it on or I can turn it off. All right, so let's keep it just like that, just for example. Now as we scroll down, we can add, we don't want to add too much at the very top because it just gets a little overwhelming. But now we can add buttons. I'll add one, for example. We'll have this scroll to a widget. I'm just going to have it scroll to the widget. Now I will choose the widget. And let's just go to the kitty cat one. All right, so we're just having some fun. And we'll have it show on both. And again, desktop, mobile. Go over this a little bit here quickly. You can see all the different options that you do have. We're sticking with this one here. See how we can add more. Add more, add more, add more. Or I can just go ahead and delete them if I wanted to. Just go ahead and delete that one. And I can just add buttons wherever I want in there. So then I save and update it. See, there it is right there. See my cat? Now it's just going to scroll down to that widget. See? Isn't that kind of neat? I'll go over here, show you. Let me refresh it since I just changed it a little bit. Right up in here. See my cat? And then just scrolled right to it. So that's now a little trick for if you ever wanted to build just a one-page site and have the option of somebody not having to scroll all the way down, keep scrolling. You can actually have buttons where they just click on the button and it scrolls to that exact section, payment section, whatever it is you want to name it, and the information you want to put in it. So that's an incredible feature, especially for building these little one-page sites. I love it for building, like a funnel, a sales funnel, because I just got a little perturbed that it's scrolling down a page for 20 minutes to get any information that I want. Alrighty, we have now gone over that. So we have gone over adding some more buttons, still in the header section. So social links in the header. This is kind of nifty too as well. You would simply put your Facebook, your LinkedIn, your Pinterest, Snapchat, so on and so forth, put it in there. The icon will show up, and then that person just clicks on that icon and it goes directly to that link. That's it. So those will show up there in the header. You put a Facebook in here, and then bang, up in there there'll be the little Facebook icon. That's it. Okay, so we go into custom code. This would be more advanced training, but this is where you could add some custom code in here. You could put like Video Pal in here if you use that. Some chats, messenger chat bots, stuff like that can kind of go in here. Alrighty, so that is the site header. So that's a very, very important section. That's why we stayed on that just for a little bit. All right, so now let's go over into a few other things. Footer. Footer's an easy one. You can either have a footer or don't have a footer. You can have a menu. So this would kind of show down at the bottom of a desktop, especially even down at the bottom of this mobile, which I'll show you, like just little links that you could click on and goes directly to that link. So I'll show you. We'll have a little bit of a footer on this one. Now, let's keep it on. Okay. So here's some footer text. You see how there's a blog, terms of service, privacy that we've put in there. We have actually other videos of showing how this all works, the system here. This is just the footer text, but you see this is a carbon copy of when you want to put in a content block, everything in here. So we haven't changed anything. And again, for more advanced, if we wanted to add some custom code in there, again, that's for more advanced and more advanced training on that one. There won't be necessarily tutorials on that one. That's more high level. Alrighty, so there we go, and we really just added that there. This is where you put all your own information in. That's it. And then we go ahead and save and update. Okay. Then we saved and updated it. And we scroll down to the footer. And everything in here is what's over in here. So you see how this main level and pages, this is kind of these over here. Alrighty, so if I wanted to take that off and kind of maybe do current page and children, save that. Scroll down. My computer needs to catch up to me. And you see. Okay, now any of these buttons over in here, these are just links that they put in. So this is actually a link. So this would be a link in here, and it goes to whatever the link is. So that's how that got put in there. In case you were all curious about that one. And you'll see that. See, you would just put a URL in there, and then somebody would click on that and would go to that. So the terms of service can be in there too as well. Okay, so as we move on from the footer, we'll go to the e-commerce. So e-commerce, we have a full-fledged e-commerce system built in here, and you'll see all we ever have to do is enable this. So if you're doing any sort of e-commerce, just right off the bat go in and simply enable it. If you wanted to require login for e-commerce, here's where you can view orders and invoices, email the orders to. We want to send order button. Now here's kind of something that's unique with this too as well. Different currencies. Okay, so we have different currencies. So I told you this is global. So right now we're currently with Stripe and PayPal. We will add more, but for right now it's Stripe and PayPal. So this is where you would actually go ahead and put your Stripe ID credentials in here, your PayPal in here. This is if you want to add a shipping zone. So you can see right here your costs, cost type. Save this zone, and we'll want to go ahead and add a tax. So tax name, the amount, the percentage. Okay, now also something that we're quite proud of is we actually have a food ordering system. Now this is also something that we created. So this is now you can make sites for basically any restaurant, pizza, tacos, hot dogs, hamburger joints, I mean, steak restaurants, you pretty much name it. We've actually got this in here. So it's quite amazing. So watch as I kind of go through this. Ask for order type, pickup, dine-in, delivery, curbside, tableside, delivery cost, minimum order, locations. Yes, if your store owner has multiple locations. Now, as with this site, somebody who's actually using the site to make an order, and remember, it's mobile first, so this order is being all done in the palm of the customer's hand. Different locations if they want to pick it up. Ask for time of order. Customization. Allow tips. Hide add to cart button. So that's our food ordering, and we even have templates for stores, for restaurants, for sushis, nail salons. It's incredible. Okay. And now you'll see we have a little shopping cart right over here. There we go. That is now the e-commerce. Pretty amazing. View orders and invoices. Obviously, we don't have any. And then we can even export them. All right. Great way to track your business. And if you have the CRM, well, that makes it even more powerful and a way to track all your leads. All righty. So as we move on, e-commerce, login and users, real simple, especially if you have any kind of membership sites you'd want to do. You'd have enable login and registration. Login is required to access this site. Send an alert to the site owner. That'd be you. View and download users is right there. All right. Also kind of neat over here is registration field. So we have email or phone. Let's click on email. Required registration fields. Now again, if I want more than one, I would just simply hold my control button and click on the ones that I want. Registration validation type. This is cool. So what this is, so you're going to want to pick email or SMS is coming. Now what this is, this now makes the person who just signed up for your plan, signed up for your product, give you a valid email address, since they have to go to the email address they used to sign up and verify that it's a valid email address. So there you go. You can also use Facebook logins, Twitter logins. You can now drag and drop your login page logo there, or browse for run, login page text. So this is pretty awesome what you have right here. Okay, so that's pretty cool, especially if you're doing any kind of membership site or resellers out there. Really, really awesome tool right there. Let's move on down to localization, real easy one. Site language, we're in English right now. We're going to have more languages coming. Italian is not available here just yet. Now we have different date format, however you want to do it. It allows you, basically, like we said, it allows you to customize this for more than just North America. Alrighty. Anytime you do any changes, save and update it. Next one, download and share. Now what this is, if you built the site and now you want and you want to give it to somebody and they want to put it on their own system, you're going to just download this site and share it with them. That's it. You can download your site, all its pages, images, and content. Click on the button to start the process. In a few minutes, you have a zip file with the complete snapshot of the site in this moment. So then you can just send it to that person, and then now that person has the site, they control it, and they will update it and do whatever they want with that site. Mobile redirect code. You can use this JavaScript code to automatically redirect mobile visitors to this website. This is useful if you already have a desktop website and you want to use the site you are creating here only for users on smartphones and mobile devices. So that's kind of neat. So just copy the code below and paste it into the head section of the pages of the desktop site. So that's right there. So that's an incredible feature too. Somebody actually really already has a site, but maybe it's not mobile friendly, or it's not mobile optimized like what we can do. Alrighty, so that's also pretty awesome what you can do there. Let's touch more. We'll have more advanced training on this. Analytics, let's touch on that. All right, so now this is if you have your Google Analytics, you would put your tracking ID in there. If I have my Facebook pixels or referral tracking, all goes in there. One-stop shop. Okay, next one, legal and privacy. It's exactly what it sounds like. This is where you can now manage your terms of service. You put it right in here. You have a privacy policy, cookie policy, show the alert, disclaimer. So there you go. You would already have this information already. You would, again, just copy and paste it. Now, if somebody did have this already on a website, for example, and you just wanted to copy and paste it off the website, again, remember, when you copy it and paste it into a Word document or a notepad, and then copy and paste it in there into the system. That way, everything that comes over is all uniformed. Again, I do say that quite often, but that's just want to make sure you have the best tips. Alrighty, so that is the options from the owner, name, header. That's one of the important ones. Footer is also important. Our e-commerce system is incredible. Login and users, localization, download, share, analytics. Alrighty, that was a little bit of a longer one, but that is your options. Again, I want to thank you for staying awake during this tutorial, and thanks again.